You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey, Bold and the Beautiful fans, I've got your early edition spoilers for next week, January 20th through the 24th. We are getting a Luna Daddy redo, which is crazy. We're going to have Taylor defending Daphne, seducing, and so much more. It's Belinda from Soap Dirt. If you're not subscribed, please click that button. And as we always do on early edition day, we start with what's coming the rest of this week. So on Wednesday, January 15th, we've got Luna, and I'm glad that Bill is shutting her down. He said, "You're never going to be my daughter. You're never going to be a Spencer." Clearly, she disagrees. She has an agenda, and she keeps putting up that creepy grin while she's staring at pictures of Will. And guess what? Bill's son stops by on the Wednesday episode, and he's got to send Luna upstairs to hide. And of course, she's peeking through the bars like a nutcase and watching Will and Bill talk. And Luna is just falling farther and farther into this fixation on Bill's handsome son. Meanwhile, Brooke thinks that Steffy coming back to Forrester Creations could open the door for her to win Ridge back from Taylor. She thinks this is a good thing. Hope is suspicious, but it looks like Carter and Steffy are going to shake on it. She's officially back. We'll see if she gets that title of president. She probably will. I'm sure Hope would rather have her as the chief mailroom clerk or something, but as Steffy pointed out to Carter, he needs to have a Forrester on the executive team to legitimize their takeover. I still am trying to figure out why Steffy would ever have to report to Hope. Hope is head of one of the lines of the whole company, not the whole company. If she's got some fancy new title, we haven't heard about it. Thursday, January 16th, we have got Li Finnegan taking that liver of Tom Starr's, carving off a piece of it and doing a DNA test with Luna's blood that she had on file. And guess what? It is not going to be a match. So we had, Bill is her daddy, Tom is her daddy. Now we've got her real daddy yet to be revealed. So on Thursday, Lee is going to confront Poppy now that she has concrete scientific proof, and she's going to rant at her sister and demand the truth. And apparently, Lee has suspected for quite some time that Jack might be Luna's father, or suspected that they were having an affair. Maybe she didn't know about it. Maybe she just suspected it. So it's all going to come out. Poppy's going to be crying. And I do wonder, again, if Jack has any inkling that he might have gotten her pregnant, if Poppy has any inkling that Jack might be the dad, or that she was just so indiscriminate and sleeping around with so many people, the bottom line is she just has no idea. And I'm guessing Li Finnegan is going to want to dig into this a little more deeply. She's not going to let it go. Steffy makes an important introduction to Ridge. She's going to let her dad meet Daphne Rose, the nose from Paris, her partner in crime. And I do wonder if Steffy is going to tell him that Daphne is part of her plan to take down Carter. On Friday, January 17th, we've got Brooke facing off with Taylor. I'm sure it's going to be lots of comments about, you didn't waste any time, you're moving really fast with Ridge, trying to lock him down because he and I are each other's destiny. You're hoping he won't come back to me. Maybe you should just rent that beach house instead of buying it. I'm expecting a lot of jealousy and snark, and I'm expecting Taylor to hit back. Going into the following week, January 20th through the 24th, Steffy should be back to work officially at Forrester Creations, hopefully in her role as president, just in time for Daphne Rose to start with her plan of tempting Carter. And I said it in my predictions, and then I said it in another video, that I felt like Steffy was coming back to distract Brooke and Hope, but mostly Hope, so that she won't notice Daphne getting close to Carter. And Steffy said it on, I think, Tuesday's episode this week, that they are going to be so busy watching me, referring to herself, that they won't notice what's really happening. So I think it's a solid plan. It's a better plan than Brooke's plan, which is not even a plan. Hope is already reacting just as Steffy wants. So next week, when she's officially back in the office, Hope is going to be all eyes on Steffy, suspicious, questioning every move, eavesdropping on her, stalking her around the office, just generally, I think, fixated on her. And the good news is Brooke is actually already distracted because her mind is completely focused on the fact that she slapped Ridge and told him it was over, and he felt like that was a green light, and he's moved on with Taylor. Brooke is barely functioning at work, it seems. And as for Carter, his ego is going to get the best of him because I'm sure Daphne is going to feed it the same way that Hope is, saying, oh, I heard these great things that you're planning and I just want to be part of your vision, blah, blah, blah. Carter's going to eat it up with a big old spoon. Also, next week, if the fight continues more than one episode, which it usually does, Taylor is going to defend her fast pace with Ridge. Taylor says Ridge knows what he wants, and it is her and not traitor Brooke. And I just wonder if Brooke is going to tell her that she hopes she enjoys living alone in Malibu when Ridge finally comes back to her, destiny, all that good stuff. And I do expect Taylor to turn around and tell Ridge the kinds of things that Brooke was saying, and he is going to comfort and reassure her. But I mean, we all know he's a waffler. He can't be trusted. Even if he walked Taylor down the aisle in a week, that doesn't mean he will not turn around and run right back to his Logan. It's what he does. Jack Finnegan is back to Bold and the Beautiful soon, and I just have to wonder if he's known all along like he did with Finn. He lied to Li for 30 some odd years about bringing his biological son into their home to be adopted. In this case, I don't think he knows he got Poppy pregnant. Maybe he suspected it when she turned up pregnant, but if Poppy didn't come to him for child support or anything like that, then he might have just assumed it wasn't him. So I do wonder, once he finds out that he fathered Luna, if he is going to take some action concerning her criminal case, since he is a criminal lawyer. I also wonder if Li is going to try and keep this a secret. If she doesn't want Finn to know he has a sister, she's going to be angry and she's going to want to rage at both of them, but she also may want to keep this dirty family business on the down low. And I'm just wondering if someone is going to go to the prison to tell Luna that Tom's not your dad, and that's when they find out she's not there. And I also wonder if Li is going to steal some kind of biological sample from Jack. Unless she has something of his, she could actually use Finn and test him to see if he is a sibling match for Luna, and she wouldn't even have to talk to Jack about it, Bill's definitely not going to be happy when somebody finds out, but it seems like it's coming soon.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.